M25 season, and everyone's eyes goes to Jahmyr Gibbs. He's the NFL's ultimate red zone back and your leader in rushing touchdowns. It's the Lions and the Steelers, and it comes your way next.
PA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Here we go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Here we go, son.
Off play action, Fields. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. George Pickens, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Lions defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32. That's caught at the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 34.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
And he's got his man on the out route. And out of bounds right around the 20. 2nd and 5.
Here we go, son.
To the air again, Fields. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
Ready? Go.
Fields. Slant route, and he's got Freiermuth. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed it went right into the game plan. Attack them early, see if they're going to play any better. And if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Here we go, son.
Fields now to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Getting there for the breakup of the throw, that was Kirby Joseph. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And his kick is good, but flags come in.
Personal
Looks
foul.
like we're going to get a roughing call
kicker.
here on the follow-through. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former Colorado Buffalo, their rookie quarterback.
And last week, that was one of those games that he just wants to erase from his memory banks. But I'll guarantee his coaching staff won't let him do it. They're going to make him learn from it. He really looked like a rookie quarterback in that one. You're going to have those kind of outings in year one. But the big question, what does he take away from them, and how does he improve? It starts right here in this game.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The Lions sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. They'll drop to throw. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical ability.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jackson Smith and Jigba. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Brandon, what we just saw there were 2 guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Point after try forthcoming. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Here we go, Scott.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Broken tackle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
14 yards that time for number 14.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Tony Pollard, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Lions offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's an early front runner for MVP in the NFL here in the first half of the season. As you can see, he's a league leader in passing yards at this stage of the game. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. They'll look to throw here. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And complete to Smith and Jigba. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
Number 11, Jackson Smith and Jigba. An 8-yard pickup. And the Lions first down. Here we go, set, go!
The give, right side for Gibbs. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now back to throw. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Back to throw here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him the first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Outright to Smith-Njigba. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down. Gibbs straight ahead. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Lions have come back to make it a 2-point game. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Wide open receiver, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Here we go.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. That is incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems, because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
Now we'll pause for an injury here. That's George Pickens, the receiver who's in some discomfort, in search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Ready?
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it, and the Lions will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, this defense was victimized earlier in this opening quarter. This time, a measure of revenge.
Well, they always tell defenses you have to have a short memory, but I also think it helps if you remember what happens to you before, and now you're able to flip it around. They didn't want to show weakness and let this offense think they could do whatever they want, and they turned things around in that case and picked one off themselves.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6. Back to throw. He finds Smith-Njigba. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Jackson Smith-Njigba, an 8-yard pickup, and the Lions first down.
Let's go now. Go.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And this will wind up a Lions first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see. Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Smith and Jigba with a grab. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it. Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly. Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
2nd and 4. Now inside the 25. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage. So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play? Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time. Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him. They'll run with Gibbs. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Gibbs. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal.
Let's go. Go.
Montgomery will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line. Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Steelers ready for their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out. Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Go.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, side. Right.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Here we go. Side.
Now Fields steps away. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the 1st down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
Now a 2nd and 6.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Fields. Here's one deep for Pickens. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions will take over possession here up at the 44. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
The Lions offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been doing it through the air and on the ground to start the season. Currently leading the NFL in rushing yards by a quarterback here in the month of September. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things. Maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 6. They'll set up a throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route, and he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Let's go now.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Now a stoppage here for an injured player, and it's David Montgomery who is struggling a bit. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Hand off now to Gibbs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down and 6 now. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. His big game continues. 10 catches now, and another first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Lions.
Here we go, set.
They'll look to throw. Going right back to Smith-Njigba. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. So from the 22, here's second and 2. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Detroit.
They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On the give, here's Gibbs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. And he's got it. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Lions are able to stretch out their lead. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
Extra point up and through, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Steelers 14. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
So the completion good for 7 there. And now it's 3rd and 4.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Lions will take over. The visitors' offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. The Lions' offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Let's go now.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They're going to look to throw.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
Look at the big man rumble. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line.
Number 87, Sam Laporta. A 51-yard gain. 1st down, Lions.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
And Gibbs has it.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Set. Let go.
He'll drop to throw.
That is caught. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs
On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Lions are able to widen their advantage. So his big first half continues. His 3rd touchdown already. We'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs.
Jack Fox to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd down and 3.
Here we go, son.
Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Here's Fields. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Out of the gun, Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. It's DJ Turner who's got it. Now inside the 25. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I'll bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
An extra point attempt to follow here. And that will bump the lead up to 26. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
Here we go, son. Do it.
Pick 6 last drive. Here's Fields again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Fields now to throw. A short one there to Freiermuth. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And in the second quarter, it's the Vikings who are out on top. Amari Cooper, a touchdown reception. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City.
to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And this one going the visitors' way, as the Texans have the lead in that one. Stephon Diggs, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love, a very good performance as his guys run their record now to 5-2. In the first half, it was the Alabama man, Jahmyr Gibbs, who had it cooking. He was running with a purpose as he found the end zone 3 times in that first half. And that opposing defense had better come up with a scheme for slowing him down. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's run well here the first half of the season, no doubt. You can see the graphic. NFL leader in rushing coming into the weekend. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll look to throw here. A quick throw, but incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Here comes the Lions punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Here we go, Side. Side.
Back to throw, Fields. A short one there to Freiermuth. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
Here we go. Side.
Now it's Fields. And here's Freiermuth again. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
49 yards rushing for him now to this point. Now 2nd and 3.
Here we go, Side. Go.
From the gun, here's Fields. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Here we go. Good. Hurry up,
And the tight end goes in motion left.
Here's Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap. Fields.
He finds Austin complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Fields. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Here we go, son.
Fields throwing again. Finding Pickens for another catch.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Go, Joe. Ready?
To throw is Fields.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Jackson Smith and Jigba and his offense ready to go once more here.
A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 8 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
They'll try the right side with Harris.
Now inside the 25, Najee Harris.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Najee Harris
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
This offense and their running back headed back onto the field.
And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 95 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They'll set up a throw. Outright to Smith-Njigba. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Now it's Gibbs. Dances by at the 20 and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll go again with Gibbs. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Halted in his tracks by Keanu Benton.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Second and 7.
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Jackson Smith-Njigba
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Lions are able to add on to that lead.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Extra point forthcoming. And that will bump the lead up to 26. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith-Njigba touchdown catch.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Steelers offense and quarterback Justin Fields heading back out there. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Escaping the pressure right. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Pittsburgh Steelers.